people, welcome to the reaction, obviously, of Madrid versus City 1-0. There's kind of a few things to go through. There's a couple things to go through. You know what? Like Daoud is here, obviously joining us again. He's becoming a regular. I think you guys in the comments have become accustomed to him a little bit. You know, some comments, some nice comments, but you know, proved to be right in some situations, proved to be wrong in others. Obviously, man like Romz is finally back. You know, he's in the darkness right now because he's just waiting to lurk on that top four. Then Mo's obviously joined right from the terrace. Daps ain't going to be here. Just to let you guys know that because he's absolutely getting shit-faced, probably with Steve and the rest of the crew and Cam over in Madrid as we speak. But yeah, look, we can talk about it a lot. Like, I'm not going to be salty, but and Hamza's going to be joining us. I'm not going to be salty. Look, my perspective is, here he is. My perspective is, you just got to give praise when it's due, innit? Like, don't get me wrong, like, from start to finish near enough, except for like a 15-minute spell. My thoughts, City bossed that game. They deserved to win that game even, you know. Gundogan was absolutely fantastic, bro. Camavinga was serious, like levels. Probably the best left back in the world. Like Vini Jr is... I'm taking Vini Jr over Mbappe right now. That's all I'm saying. But currently in the world... But you got to give Man City some props, man. Ruben Diaz at the back post, Ederson with the saves. You know, KDB being clutch once again. Look, questions have to be answered, man. He's looking like one of the best midfielders of all time at this moment if he goes and wins the Champions League. But then there's the other half, I think Mo made me realize I thought happened as well, potentially in the match, that the ball went over the line. But shit happens every day, right? Shit happens. This is what football is. Because we could also talk on the referees. The referees look so biased towards Madrid.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah.
You were watching the wrong game.
You're watching the wrong game, Kat.
Other than Rodri's yellow cards, other than that Rodri yellow card that I thought should have been a yellow card.
That's it.
I'm not joking. I think Madrid got away with a lot, and I think
with what? Tell me with what? How did Jack Grealish's reaction and punching Carvajal? It doesn't matter where you punch somebody. By the way, it doesn't matter where you punch somebody. It's a reaction. It's a retaliation. It doesn't matter. At least get a yellow card.
Assault.
Bro, not even just that. Not even just that. It was early in the game. Maybe the ref didn't want to ruin the game. But Bernardo, when he started sounding their cough.
And no yellow card there. Come on, it was fair. I thought the referee was weak on both sides, to be honest.
I thought it was kind of
actually, to be honest, on both sides. I thought it was weak.
Tony Kroos dived and didn't get a second yellow card.
You don't get it. You don't get a yellow card that dive outside the area. You don't.
That was not a foul. Look.
Yeah, but more in Italy, you don't get. You can dive.
No. In the world, no. In the world, no. Hamza. In the world, you don't get a yellow card.
In the Premier League,
when you try to buy a foul. If Jack Grealish, no. You're talking about cheating. Jack Grealish tried to buy 50 freaking fouls.
Listen,
I'm not a Real Madrid fan. Let's just get things straight. Hamza, wait. Listen to me. Hamza, listen to me. I'm not a Real Madrid fan. I call it as I see it, right? I don't like Real Madrid because I think they're monopoly, but I call it as I see it, Hamza. And I actually didn't know that the ball went out or not. And all I said is that they had to check it. And I said, and we were on the terrace, I said that I thought they were checking it because the referee pointed to his earpiece when Ancelotti asked him. So that's why the players calmed down, because he told the players that everything was checked, but apparently it wasn't. Apparently they didn't want to show it again. Hamza, I want you to have the energy.
No, I don't care. Let me more. Listen, I swear I don't care. The biggest thug cheats in world football is Real Madrid. I said it. The only for me, I don't care. You can cry, I don't care. The biggest thug and cheat in this world football is Real Madrid. I remember the likes of Lance Armstrong being cheats and dominating, then got found by FBI. I've seen FIFA thugged up by you used to protect them. That badge is dirty. That white shirt is a dirty white shirt. I'll tell you one thing, 100%. I have hatred for the club. I dislike their club.
Your coach's heritage is based on the biggest camp in
I don't care. Listen, today it proved it to me. Diving is allowed. Kaz, you're right. Kaz, Rudiger and Carvajal. What are you doing on
Rudiger? Why Rudiger deserve anything?
For me, Carvajal got away with it.
Why Rudiger deserve anything?
Rudiger doing what?
What did Rudiger do? Yeah, what did Rudiger do?
I must have missed something.
But guess what? No,
He's just sending for everyone.
I analyze it because I have agenda against a thug who nearly caused KDB's eyesight.
Talk about this game.
So today when I saw him,
you know what? Hamza, quickly, just to add on to what quickly, just to summarize this game. I know, Kaz, you were saying that you felt City deserved to win. I think this was a fair result, to be fair. Yes, City dominated the game, but we knew that. We know the Champions League is about killing teams off in moments. You know where I'm going to give City very big credit and why I think they're probably going to make the final, which hurts. Because you know that period from when the second half started to KDB's goals against the run of play. Let's be honest, that was the first time within the game Real Madrid regained some control of the game, and they should have went 2-up. If they go 2-up, for me, it's a different game. But City withstood the pressure and replied. And for me, that showed. I don't think they do that last season. For me, that shows they're actually getting more experience in this. And I think they might comfortably beat them at the Etihad, and that saddens me. It saddens me.
We dominated the game.
No, you always were. You always were going to.
No. We went to their ground. This Bernabeu. Oh, we've won Champions League. They parked the bus. How many? Tell me the ball possession. What did they have in their own home?
Okay, 1 second. Let's talk about
this. Is what they do. This has been their blueprint.
I don't care what they do.
This has been their blueprint. So you're always going to have more of the ball. You're always
the best. In boxing, if you're the best, you go out there and you stand out and you show your Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson were the best because people love them. The way they boxed and knocked you out, they killed you.
Why is this got to do with boxing?
Dawood, Hamza.
Let's calm. Let
me respond to him. Go ahead.
Wait, let me do this. I will big up as well for the super chat. Before they even show him a slide, he said, panel chat. He said, big up. He already knew there was going to be a nice panel for this. Big up for yourselves. I see a lot of the comments as well. But Mo, I know you're going to play one side, but I'm going to play the other side because I'm not.
I want to respond to this before you go on because he said something wrong and I want to correct him.
At the moment, Romz is going to be neutral. You two are going to be against them on Real Madrid. It's a 2v2. Romz is the ref. Let's go, man.
Hamza, let me respond to you. You're actually wrong about the ball position. Real Madrid didn't want to concede early and they sat back early. But after they scored, they actually dominated the position. Just stats, okay?
Let me just look at this.
No, I'm looking at who scored. Yes, you dominated 67%, but
67.
Wait, just let me finish. Until they scored, and then after this, they had the edge. After that, but only with 5%. So that plan always for them was to not concede early. So just to, and it was
keywords Mo. I wouldn't call. I think you went overboard, Hamza. I wouldn't say you dominated. I think Man City controlled the game when they needed to. Obviously, you can't control the game for 90 minutes. That's impossible unless you're Man United, and literally get dominated for 90 minutes in away games. But other than that, I would say City dictated the tempo when they needed to. First half fell off after the first goal, and then obviously second half came out after about 15 minutes. I think about 20 minutes. Until the goal happened, that was it. Done.
But let's talk point to point. Let's start first with what Romz said, that it's a deserved draw. I disagree with you, Hamza, because I thought in the beginning City huffed and puffed. Yes, they dominated position, but they didn't create a clear-cut chance. I saw even the shot from Rodri, I expect Courtois to save that, and the Haaland chance that it didn't get a good connection. I thought, and the goal that City scored, without a doubt, that goal should have been chopped off. So I thought that City huffed and puffed, but they didn't create a clear-cut chance until Kevin De Bruyne with the wonder shot. So I disagree with you. Based on what happened, actually Real Madrid took their chance and scored a goal, and City didn't. That goal should have been chopped off.
Can I add something after you, Mo?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, look, the only thing I can criticize... where's Daps? No, Daps is in Madrid right now. he was at the game with everybody. I would like to say this is where I have to criticize City. Haaland got dealt with, bro.
Rudiger,
after Haaland got dealt with,
Benzema.
Yeah. Benzema also got dealt with. I'm going on Man.
I love that. Benzema got dealt with as well.
First, though, innit? Because it's like for like. The difference is Vini Jr. innit? That's the difference. But with Man City, when Haaland got controlled, and yes, it is away from home, you were trying to find a solution, and the solution weren't. There wasn't really a solution except maybe a long shot at Courtois. I remember hearing McManaman saying, "Oh, Courtois would deal with long shots all day. This is exactly what they want. Step up KDB." So Haaland got dealt with, and then that comes round about if Haaland don't score, where's your goal scorers coming from? So I would say that. Benzema, on the other hand, for me, I don't know about you, Romz, he also got dealt with, bro. But he had nice touches here and there because so did Haaland had some nice touches too. And he did create a little bit, but Ruben Diaz had him in the pocket. Let's be honest with ourselves. But Vini Jr. was that extra little thing that can break.
I think Haaland and Benzema's performances were kind of symmetrical. They both contributed to the build up of each goal. But for me, I agree with the panel. I think both were quite quiet today. That's not to say they're gonna have a bad second leg or they're bad plays. It does happen. For me, other players stood out, like your Gundogan, your Rudigers, your Camavingas. That there was other players that took the mantle. That took the mantle this evening. But I want to eradicate this myth that Real Madrid's goal was a counter-attacking goal. They've been doing this. Sometimes they just leave out the middle.
That came from Modric and Camavinga.
Yeah. Sometimes they just leave out the middle and they'll literally go direct. So when people say there's a counter-attacking goal, if you've watched them, you don't even have to watch them in the league. They've been doing that in the Champions League as well. But for me, first of all, I think we all agree that was an amazing game of football for me. It was two teams going out. It was defending at its finest, attacking at its finest. But I think people saying City just, even though they did dominate, and I think we all know they would, I think it's just a bit disingenuous to Real Madrid. City deserved to win that because if, like Mo was saying earlier, for me, Madrid had the more clear-cut chances, but City had more control of the game. And that's how I summarise that game, to be fair.
Can I just quickly speak about the game?
The
first 30 minutes, you see, everyone says that Man City dominated the game, but the only save that Courtois had to make in the first 30 was for that Rodri shot. Man City
Kevin De Bruyne. KDB had a great chance, But anyway,
but really, they weren't really threatened Real Madrid. And then you knew Vinicius and Benzema, in split second, anything can happen. Them two players are the most clutch players in Europe right now. And that finish from Vinicius. Everyone compares Vinicius, Marcus Rashford to Kylian Mbappe. But Vinicius never gets spoken about how good he is. This winger, he's a Champions League winner. And what is he, 22 years old? And then I was looking at the stats. He's the third youngest South American to score 15 Champions League goals. So what he's accomplishing, scoring in big games, and I'm still confident that Real Madrid will go to Etihad and will score because Man City will play more expansive in the second leg at Etihad, especially at home. And Real Madrid have gone there. They scored, what was it, last season? 4 goals? So it was 5-4. Was it 4-3? So they've already scored 3 goals. Benzema is clutch. And Benzema had a quiet game, but Rudiger and David Alaba, they had Erling Haaland in their back pocket. And I don't see this going to be a comfortable game for Man City. People said this was going to be a comfortable game for Man City in the first leg. It wasn't. Second leg, they're at home, but Real Madrid doesn't matter where they play. In the Champions League, in the semi-finals, they always
I'll give you that, but you can't. This is what I don't want to. Let me do a couple of this before I respond to that as well. My bad. Because I got rid of this by accident. Tad Bakes says a draw is a fair result. Madrid never panicked in the first 25 minutes. City looked a bit shook after Madrid scored after all City had. City didn't dominate though. Mohammed here says City weren't even good and still got a draw away. Does anyone agree with that?
I don't agree if they weren't good.
But City were good. What do you expect City to go score like 5 in Madrid? Like, what do people want?
No, but they weren't as good as they've been all season.
But that's because they're playing Real Madrid, Dawood.
I know, but people have been saying this is the same Real Madrid.
Are we before you? Oh, I don't want to cut you. Go on, Romz, go on.
This is my point, though. For me, this shows City are learning and they're slowly handling the pressure. That's what worries me because I agree with you, Dawood. Like, at the start of the game, I think if that's City last season or a couple of seasons ago, they maybe go 2 or 3 down and they don't handle that pressure at the Bernabeu. But the fact they went 1 down, they scored against the run and play. Then they ended up controlling the game. Because if you ask me if I had to pick a winner, let's say there was extra 10, 20 minutes, I think City probably would have gone on to win. But for me, what's worrying is City actually maturing in this competition. And this is why I think this could be their year.
This is absolutely brilliant. I want to add to what he said. City retreated to their area after they conceded. By the way, between the 2 goals, Real Madrid had 0 shots on target. City,
0.
Yeah, City wanted to defend. People say that they were put on the back foot. Pep Guardiola didn't want to concede the second because he knows that if he conceded the second in Madrid, it's a long day for him. I think this is exactly what Romz said. They learned. They said, you know what? We'll ride this wave. We'll not concede a second, and then we'll go from there. And that shows between the 2. By the way, Real Madrid had the most position in their game between the 2 goals. That means Pep learned something from before.
So
one thing that made a very.
Are we underrating what Man City are like at the Etihad? By the way, because I hear who said that Real Madrid can play anywhere. Sorry, I'm eating something. Real Madrid can play anywhere. You did, right?
Dawood.
Yeah, this spring.
Let Dawood explain because he didn't get to finish. Yeah.
Man City, they're the best team at keeping possession, but when it comes to clutch moments, they were the favourites against Chelsea in Champions League final. They bottled it. They were the favourites against Real Madrid in semi-final last season. Massive lead, bottled it. When it comes to crucial moments in Europe, Man City always somehow find a way to bottle it. So that's why I say Real Madrid, they've been in these moments time after time. You can't be winning 14 Champions Leagues without not being in these kind of moments. So that's why I said I'm confident that they'll go there. And Man City, especially with a young team, and most of these players haven't, like, Haaland has never played in Champions League semi-final. Grealish obviously played last season, but he didn't have massive impact. The back 4 of Akanji never played in Champions League semi-final. So it's not a very experienced team. Real Madrid, Luka Modric, Cruz, they've all been in these kind of situations. That's why I'm always saying that never write Real Madrid off.
I love this underdog. This is what I want. That's what
I
want.
Do you know what that actually?
Let him talk. That's what I want. That's what I want.
You know what, Hamza, though? David, I actually agree. I'd love for you. I'd love for you to be right. I'd love for you to be right. I
love it. I love it. Because this is why I wanted that. I wanted people to call out City bottle drops. I love it. I love this game. You know, football, one thing about this year, this will be clipped for many years to come. I have to show my children, more have to show the general. Let me say one thing. Go on. Listen, classic. I've said it before. You got 14 Champions League winner, the heritage of Champions League, the world champions. This is when you're calling out that boxer, world champion, 14 belts, current world champion, and then you see the bottler of the Champions League. He's always bottled against Lyon. They've always got let that not happen. Let that heritage protect his lead because I've called it. I've said it so many. Little Simba, with the little Simba. We only born 10 years ago.
Yeah, Ammi, you are not the little Simba.
Yeah. No, little Simba. You see,
wait. He's got something there. He's kind of catching some of you out.
See, 2012, we were there for 10 years. We're a small club. We were ready. We were celebrating our promotion. We got promoted this week. 22 years ago, we beat Blackburn Rovers, got promoted to Premier League. Now, we go Real Madrid. Yeah? Let that little Simba not destroy a club that's won Champions League since the 50s, that won 6 in a row, that's won the last 5 in the last 7 years. Let that little heritage, the bottle jump from Tottenham. If I get my win, I will smoke every family in England.
You know what, that?
Make sure I'm the underdog. I don't want the.
He's got a point, Romz, because you know what we said this. We all said, including myself, Real Madrid versus Man City. They were calling themselves underdogs, but we said there's no way City are underdogs. But if we're kind of contradicting ourselves because now we're saying Real Madrid can go at any ground away and go get a win. Like City need to be careful from this conversation itself, as well as if buts and maybes. But as Hamza got a point, Romz.
Hamza does, because if you look at it logistically, City can't say they're favourites if they've never won it. Do you know what I mean? We know they are. We know they're the better footballing team. If we're all being honest, we know they are. But I see what Hamza's doing. It's kind of reverse psychology. How can we be the favourite if we don't have any pedigree in this competition? But Dawood, I think it's the first time I met you, and I hope everything you said comes true. I'm a Liverpool fan. These sort of tormented me, and the only thing we can say to them is, "Where's your Champions League?" But there's a saying, not in football, in this life, all good things come to an end. And what I'm seeing from this City team is scaring me. But you do have a point. Once they go to the Etihad, Man City, they're open at they're dominating anyway, but they're going to dominate even more, and they're going to go at them even more. That could open doors for the likes of Rodrigo, Vini, and Benz on the counter. But I don't know. I've just got a little gut feeling that this is going to be City's, and then I have to rely on Mo's team or AC Milan to help me in the final.
I want more bit of pedigree, please.
But even if they end up beating Real Madrid and get to the final, they're still going to face a team like AC Milan, Inter Milan, who are experienced team as well, and they've won multiple Champions Leagues.
I can't like Dawood, right? And I think I don't want to speak for Mo, but Mo may agree. Yes, AC Milan and Inter Milan have much more heritage pedigree, all them buzzwords you want to say, but I think for me it's now or never. Real Madrid have to be the team to stop City, because anything can happen. One-off game, of course. City can first Inter or AC Milan and lose in the Champions League final. Anything can happen, but I think if City get to the final, they don't care who they're versing. I think it's just
Thank you, City Bias TV. Of course, he's directing that to the Wood. He's saying, Arsenal fan, you would know a lot about bottling.
Did you
not see today? If Arsenal win the league, they're gonna put Arsenal on the prime bottle.
Thank you so much. But people,
that'd be beautiful.
Please, guys, hit that like button. We're not even on 100 likes, and we have over 200 of you here. The like button look like this. If you're on your phone, it's underneath your live chat. Close the live chat. Hit that like button. It's a thumbs up. Make sure it's highlighted, and come back and chat with us. I wanna ask.
Wait, I got a question for you, Mo. Quick.
Yeah.
As if you go through. Honestly, who would you actually rather face? Real Madrid or City?
Real Madrid.
50,000%. That is crazy. That is absolutely.
I see why Mo says that though. It does make sense.
Guys, I don't know. But hold on. Yeah. I have another thing. But who says that actually Man City have the better team? Let's talk about it. Let's actually dissect this. Who has better defenders? Who's better than Rudiger in this Man City team? Is Courtois better or Ederson? No. I'm sorry. Yeah. Let me ask you something. If do they have a Vini? Do City have a Vini? Do City have Benzema? I'm sorry. Even today, Camavinga today proved that a left back with that quality that can go forward. By the way, Camavinga is the one that broke the press. Yes. He's wicked. He's ridiculously good.
But Mo, this is my only rebuttal to that. I agree with you. Individuals, I think Madrid have the better individuals, but as a collective, I just think City are.
So that means Pep Guardiola creates a better system.
Rodri's better than Valverde or Kroos. Right, all right, let's put it like Kroos is.
Dude, I want what this guy eats. I want what Kroos and Modric eats.
See Kroos. I don't know why. I don't know why Kroos is playing. When I saw him start, I was like, did you not learn from last year? When you thrown Kroos off and put Camavinga or Tchouaméni should have started anyways.
Maybe Kroos was class.
Yeah, he was. He played all right.
No, not for me. He was garbage.
Really?
I think in the second leg they should start Tchouaméni.
In possession, for me, he was giving away the ball. He's trying to hoof it. It was garbage, bro. Let's be honest. Like for Kroos's levels, he was not that good. He was getting pressed. Only when they were counterattacking, of course, there's a bit more space. I just thought that was a wrong move. And it was a wrong anchor to have. Valverde was quite missing, if we're going to be honest. If we're going to talk about team for team. Modric getting older. I don't know how he's got that engine. He was actually quite
Bro, this is half-fit Modric, guys. This is half-fit Modric.
I know.
Didn't he have a hamstring last week or 2 weeks
It's crazy,
ago?
Bro. It's crazy.
Who else is in their midfield? So you got Modric, Kroos.
Valverde. Never stop running.
But if you're going to give me Rodri, Gundogan, KDB. I'm having that KDB. I'm having that midfield all day long, even if Tchouaméni's in there. That was the difference today, was the midfield for me. Gundogan ran.
You know what, Kaz?
Like Modric. That's the Modric I was expecting to see at home. Gundogan said, no, hold that. I'm going to run what you do typically.
It was injured.
With age. You think every year, this guy's going to, come down. Bro, that guy keeps getting better. I don't understand.
It's ridiculous.
I don't understand it. Like Gundogan's a freak of nature. Like I think he goes so under the radar. He doesn't get as much props just because KDB got the goal. I think Romz said it perfectly. There was other people in that game today that were better. And Gundogan for me was man of the match.
And do you know what, Kajak? For me, it's just agendas with KDB because I'm seeing like online and that people dissing him. Oh, he didn't have a good game. It doesn't matter. He scored the equalizing goal, and I don't even think people acting like he had a poor game. He didn't even have a poor game. For me, he just had a good/decent game, but he scored the equalizing goal. And you know what? Okay. I think there's a lot of City tax because if that's just Paul Scholes or Gerrard or Lampard and that's getting spoken about everywhere.
You know KDB. Let me just add. KDB last week said that pass percentage completion is overrated for someone like me. He said it's overrated. He said all I want is to play that final pass that will put my forward to the goal or I score a goal or something. He said talk to Rodri. He said talk to Rodri about pass completion, not me.
But quickly, Cats, just before we go, sorry, I disagree with what you said. I get like I think you said before the game, Cruz at why is he starting whatnot, and I get you. By his standards, maybe he didn't have the greatest game, but he actually does what your club needs. Someone just to be in there, calm the game down, control the game, and keep the ball. That's why I think he starts for this Madrid team. But I agree with you. In the latter stages of games, when it gets a bit more higher intense, that's where you have to give Carlo Ancelotti credit because he recognizes that, and then he puts Camavinga in the middle.
He's got Militao back next week. Do you move Alaba into left back? Some people think Camavinga was man of the match. For me, it was Gundogan. I think he was wicked.
Hold on, you think Gundogan from both teams, not Vini Jr.?
No, bro. No,
Vini in the second half was quiet. In the second half.
Yeah, he was kind of quiet-ish. Not if
you guys remember that triangle he played with Rodrigo and Benzema?
Yeah. He had some moments.
You remember the triangle Gundogan played today?
Wait, honorable mention for Rudiger. I think he was excellent from start to finish.
It's a man mark, though.
Militao's back next week. Do you put Alaba at left back, move Camavinga into the DM role? Because at home, I'm telling you now, you do not want to be playing Toni Kroos there because Rudiger can't get dropped. He manhandled Haaland today. That was a great battle. I think Haaland liked it well, to be fair. He was getting annoyed, obviously, but
Alaba cannot be dropped. I don't think
Militao's a quality centre back. Their back line was a quality centre back. I wouldn't change the lineup at the moment because the way Rudiger and Alaba handled Haaland. Haaland had that first chance when he took that shot. He had the second chance when he had the header. And the first was 15-20 minutes. And then I don't think he had a shot after that. So they handled him well. I'd probably drop Camavinga or play him in midfield because Man City are gonna come in hot in the first 15 minutes. They're gonna try and end the game in the first 20 minutes, get a couple of goals. And if you can sustain that pressure in the first 15-20 minutes, and then when their tempo starts to slow down, I think that's when Real Madrid will start to play their game because I've seen Man City against us Arsenal a couple of weeks ago when they came in hot the first 15 minutes. The players didn't know what to do. So Man City always, I've realized over the past month or two, they've tried to end the game early. And if Real Madrid can sustain that, I'd probably play. I think what he might do is he might play Militao and he might play Rudiger left back. We might do that.
That would be absolutely stupid.
Yeah, that would
be Militao. Who's got the strength? Because I can see Haaland running like on a one.
Militao's a big guy. He's a big guy.
Militao is bigger than Rudiger, right?
Let's ask the Man City fan then, and Hamza. Yeah, Hamza, if you're against Haaland, if you had to choose out 3 centre backs, who do you not want to play against if you're Haaland?
Yeah, probably Rudiger.
Oh, stiff. Stiff. It's against 2 stiff players against one another. Speed. Pretty much match strength,
Rudiger's quick, he's fast, he's intelligent, he's had the experience. Militao's dodgy, man.
He's got Bozo moment in him.
He's Bozo, man. The guy got turned with Jesus.
Moment in him.
The guy got turned with Jesus.
Let's be honest, Militao hasn't been as good as people go on like they have.
Rudiger's very dirty. He's a very dirty player. Very dirty.
Hamza, I want to ask you one question.
Master of the dark arts.
I want to ask you one question, Hamza. If Erling Haaland doesn't come in clutch in the second leg and you guys go out in the Champions League, all them 51 goals that he scored will come for nothing. Will mean nothing, sorry. This guy came to your club to win the Champions League. You won the Premier League every single year. Okay. You won the FA Cup numerous times. He's coming here to win the Champions League for you guys. Scoring 51 goals and he doesn't come in clutch. He didn't score in the first leg. And if he doesn't score in the second leg and you guys go out, then 51 goals mean nothing.
Yeah, true. But listen, I think listen, Etihad is a fortress. Like Arsenal got it every
Unfortunately, in Champions League.
United came there.
Oh yeah, they haven't lost. They haven't lost there in a while in Champions League.
We don't lose in Etihad. It's a fortress. The fans are mad. It's crazy. Players getting PSG with Messi, Mbappe, Neymar. Yeah, have come there, lost. Yeah, Benzema has come there last year, lost. 2 years before they got dunked out. Yeah, before we've had big teams getting taken out.
I remember Salah going there, and
So to us, listen, I want to talk about specifically like this game. We wanted this draw because people told us the Bernabeu, the heritage. So we've brought it back to Etihad. Can we win? Yes. Are we favorites? No. Yeah.
Hamza, you're at home. You're at home. You must be favorites. You can't.
You're defending champions. The key thing to me, I've said it so many times, and I want to tell it to all your viewers. Humble yourself and sit down on the floor when you ever talk about Kevin De Bruyne. Ever.
If he doesn't win the Champions League,
if
he doesn't win the Champions League, you can't be in the bracket of the goats.
Like Lampard. Scholes is great, but KDB.
David.
KDB got Champions League. Has he got Champions League?
David. Hamza, quickly just before you go, I have to have a rebuttal to David. You can't say that because R9, Vieira, someone else didn't win the Champions League.
They've done it in the World Cup. Kevin De Bruyne has not done the World Cup, and has not done in the Champions League.
No, Henry was not playing.
Okay,
Henry was not playing.
Don't come in with these statements that
Henry was not playing the World Cup. It's Steven Givash. The guy was at Newcastle.
Has KDB even won the Euros?
Henry never even won the Euros, brother. Never played that games. Yeah, you can't claim that. Listen,
Belgium had that golden generation for 10 years. He did nothing. Golden generation, KDB did nothing. So
no. Okay, let me say something. Kevin De Bruyne, to me, I've always said it. Yeah, if I had to put a table, Xavi, Iniesta, Modric, Kroos, Kevin De Bruyne. Leave these other guys' passion matches. You're running out, slipping against Chelsea, Gerrard moments, whatever it is, and you're telling people not to slip. KDB is so important for Manchester City. He will go down in history as the greatest Manchester City player. Deep that.
That's not hard.
There's not a massive pool of them.
He has been involved.
No,
1 second. He's been involved in the greatest. Look, our team has dominated the Premier League. Without KDB, we're not. In Europe, we've been knocking on the door and we've been unlucky. KDB wins the Champions League. He elevates himself above.
I agree that.
Above the Scholes. Yeah. It's finito. No discussion.
Wait. No. See, I agree with elevating, but you can't just say it's finito. There's still a debate to have. Do you know what I mean?
No. Today you saw what he did to Modric. Again, he's outplayed Modric against Belgium, Croatia. He dunked on him. He dunked on him here in Etihad. He dunked on him 2 years ago in both games. He dunks on Modric.
In fairness, let me just do a couple of these. Just like Arsenal finishing second, it means nothing from Mohamed. And see, by saying what Arsenal player did something in the Champions League. That's very true. So yeah. I'm not gonna be honest. I'll be honest. Modric is like 38 years old, and he was half fit today, and he's still top player. KD may last until when he's 38.
Yeah, top player.
He's not getting past 34.
Modric won 5 Champions League.
Wait. One sec. The difference is KDB started sick when he was young. Modric only came in light when he was like in his basically his prime.
You know what with KDB, yeah? I don't know if you've realized this, Hamza, and it's obviously it's not a bad thing, but I feel, and before everyone gets onto me, I don't mean ability wise, but I think in terms of his endurance, he's slowly breaking down. This is where I think Pep just telling him to play near Haaland, because I think he's not as combative as he once was, which is fine because he's getting older, but I feel Pep, and I think this is genius from Pep. He said, you know what? Just let Gundogan, let Bernardo Silva, let Rodri do all the work behind you. Just stay tight to Haaland, because I've seen recently the injuries have you noticed as well, he's resting him in certain games. I know you're battling on 3 fronts, but I feel he's slowly breaking down. Not ability-wise before everyone takes this out of context, but I just think in terms of him actually being athletic, it's slowly declining.
I just want to answer that question. You know the common myth that people say, he never had that. I said, great players need a second to change the game. He was off the game, bang, a goal. If he had played 90 minutes against Chelsea in the final, we're winning that Champions League. I'll give you an example. Zidane. 1 second. Zinedine Zidane was pathetic in the all that group stage for 98 World Cup.
Are you really comparing Zidane to KDB?
Hamza,
be careful what you say next. Hamza, be careful what you say next.
1 second. Let me just rebut. This is not a mad statement, yeah? But we don't like to utter those words because we're told, don't say it. Because if you say it, people will call you up. No. Zinedine Zidane was sent off, I remember, against Saudi Arabia in the group stage. He missed the games. Listen, 1 second. You got 1 second. Let me finish, cuz.
Stop right now. You got to stop right now.
Zinedine Zidane. I want to say what moment is. Great players have great moments.
In a final left foot volley.
I know that's what. No, 1 second.
Don't compare Zinedine. Don't.
No, but I'm just saying what great. 1 second.
You did so well. You did so well.
Okay, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
Until you uttered Zidane's name, that's when you lost it. That's when you lost the argument.
I'm saying great players can play bad in bad tournament. It comes to that moment. He was poor against Paraguay, he didn't play. Italy, they beat them through penalties. Croatia, it was Lilian Thuram that scored that 2 goals because he was very poor. In the final, he scores 2 headers. He goes down in history.
Listen to me, I want to ask Hamza.
KDB has had moments.
Hamza, but some great midfielders in the history of, and I'm going to mention 2 players. It's Xavi and Pirlo. They did it Champions League, locally, and in the international level. KDB played in the greatest generation of Belgium, and they didn't do something in the great stage. And he was the leader, who was the best player of that team. KDB is a great midfielder. Hamza, but he's still a level above the likes of Pirlo, Xavi, Iniesta. He's a level below them. And until he does it with Belgium and with Man City. Remember, this Man City team is one of the greatest teams to ever to be in the game. Xavi did it in 2009, in 2012, and in 2015. Different generations. KDB hasn't done that yet. So you can't put both in one sentence. Pirlo did it with Milan 2003, 2007, dominated with Juventus, went to the final twice with Juventus, won the World Cup with Italy. Dude, there are levels to this.
Italy, France.
There are levels to this. Come on.
We're off track now, because let's talk about the actual game itself rather than saying who's the greatest of all time, all that yada, yada, yada. Hamza's fault anyways, even trying to even put him in this Zidane conversation. Sorry, Hamza, man.
I didn't say it's good as Zidane. I'm just saying.
You have to lose this battle, man. But if you want to compare anyone, though, it's like, bro, Vini Jr. What are we saying about him? Like, in terms of superstar, he's a superstar. Can we all agree? Yeah.
Oh, Vinicius Jr.
Is he not like? It's not one of the best players in because I was seeing today on the timeline. Vini Jr. against Mbappe, I don't want to hit Mbappe. Vini Jr., the way his burst of acceleration is nuts and he can turn and accelerate.
Do you know what it is? I feel like the football world just need to commend him because this is a guy who, once Ronaldo left, their talisman in Benzema said, don't pass to him. He's playing against us. He's had to come through so much adversity. I didn't want to mention it, but even wherever he goes away from home, he's always getting the crowd being racist and etc. to him. And he had quite a tough because he was obviously talked up as the next superstar before he even got to Madrid. I forgot what Brazilian club he was at. Santos, yeah. He was at Santos, got taught up to be this big star, went to Madrid at a very young age, didn't work out for him at the start, and the evolution of him has been amazing. I think you're spot on, Kaz. I think we're watching someone very special here, and everyone just assumes now Messi and Ronaldo are gone, it's going to be Haaland and Mbappe for that Ballon d'Or. Vinny will stake his claim here and there most years as well because we're looking at a special player here, special player.
I'm gonna put a statement once he's done. Go ahead.
In most big games, I'm not gonna act like I watch every Real Madrid domestic game, but Champions League, let's be honest, it's got the big audience, and most of us watch the Spanish teams in that. But he always turns up. And my club, I think he's got more goals than appearances against us. I think we're watching someone special.
If we take the French team out of Mbappe's, which is something we can do because there is a difference between you play for France and the main man. I think Mbappe is 2 levels below Vini Jr. in a club level. 2 levels below Vini. Absolutely, 100%. Club level. He's 2 levels. Vini Jr. has been doing it for Real Madrid after being called. He's not a good player. He will leave the club. Benzema with all the things against him. And look at him, the 2 seasons. What did Mbappe do with PSG? He got knocked
He's done
out. Nothing. He's done.
Absolutely
to be honest,
nothing.
he's gotten done nothing because
you know what, Mo? You make a very good point. I love Mbappe, but a lot of his credit...
Let me add. Can I add something to this? And until Vini Jr. becomes the main man in Brazil, we can have the comparison internationally. But he's not. It's Neymar, right?
Yeah.
But it's Mbappe's French team.
I
it's
think
in
it's
his
about up to the season.
You know what? You're spot on, Mo. A lot of Mbappe's credit is in the French. His credit's in the bank from the French team. That's a good point. That is a good point.
Yeah, it's because he plays for PSG. Mbappe. They haven't got the heritage in the
That's why he needs to move.
He's too comfortable there.
Watch when he links up with Vini at Real Madrid. Watch.
That would be disgusting. That would be
football is done, Cass. Football is
slowly becoming.
But I don't know where you put Mbappe on the right or up front, but I reckon Mbappe. I think Mbappe's best position is down on the right. He is unplayable when he plays on the right wing.
But he doesn't often play there.
I'd say left. Kaz. I think he's most devastating on the left.
When he does that meet kind of stuff, you're no catching him, bro.
Yeah.
Settings, you know what I'm saying? There won't be no Benzema to link up the play anymore, but obviously Vini can't play anywhere but the left. Let's be honest. Like when it comes to his weak foot, it's tremendously shit. So, but you know he's getting better as well, and I think he's not going to get as much recognition because there's some players on City that we haven't even propped. Akanji's one of them, wicked, but Rodrigo's getting better.
Yeah.
So there was a discussion about Rodrigo versus Saka, and I stood up for Saka, and the chat went mad because it was a City, of course, reaction. But I don't know why Rodrigo's good, but he's not like Saka's level. He's good, he's getting better, but it's still not that world-class level yet, right?
He's more of a. I'm not going to disrespect him. I'm not going to call him a super sub, but when he comes off the bench and the game is stretching and there's more chance to running behind, because today he had to do a lot more defending than he usually wants to. And that's why I said I'd probably start Valverde on the right at Etihad and then put Rodrigo on in the second half around the 80th minute when the game is stretched, because he's a clutch player. I remember last season when he scored them 2 goals against Man City in the second leg. So he's a very clutch player. But comparing him to Saka, Saka's done it throughout the whole season. I've watched Real Madrid in La Liga. They've struggled. There's a reason why they're third in the table. So the more we concentrate on the Champions League. But yeah, just one more mention about Vinicius. If Vinicius wins the Champions League again, I can't remember another 22-year-old, 21-year-old that's won 2 Champions Leagues back to back. So what he's doing right now, this is some like, if he does it again, then wow.
The thing with Saka and Rodrigo's coming into a team for the superstars and whatnot. Saka started carrying Arsenal when they were poor. Him and Smith Rowe when they came into that team in 2019. And to now, he's been quite consistent. But for me, neither of them are world class. But I do agree with Mer. I think the comparisons are a bit... Saka starts every week, where Rodrigo's only really been starting this season. Like you said, Dawood, more... I'd say previous seasons he's been more of a superstar. But he has performed in the Champions League. I know that the best against my club. But I think right now, I agree with Mer. I'd still have Saka a bit ahead of him. I think the Champions League holds weight, and this is why I do think people just get swayed by the Champions League. But it's unfair because Saka's not played in it yet, and this is why, dude. All eyes are going to be on Saka next year. Like he's going to have a lot of pressure. That's one thing I will say. But it's unfair to compare them when one's played in the competition and the other one hasn't.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
All right, 250 people in here. I think we're 16 likes away from the goal. So if you haven't done it yet, make sure you do so. Big up some names I haven't seen in a while. Smoky Settings. I see TBG around a few times. But big up everyone that is in here. Hugo Santos and the Mad Hat. There's Jaminho. Obviously, that guy's the moderating manager of this. So big up yourselves if you've already done so. We've done a lot of Real Madrid prop. But now I'm going to have to turn it to one man again. To the other side, the blue side, obviously the Man City side. Ruben Diaz. When it comes to the Champions League, oh my word. Does he not make it look easy? Man does the splits in one leg to block a goal. Then earlier on, he slid for the ball when it went past Edison, Vini Jr. I don't know how he spoiled it out, but Karim Benzema tapping. Any other defender's not getting that. John Stones was even a man today.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
I want to ask Hamza, like, how does he see his defense? Yeah.
Diaz is an exceptional player, man. I've always rated him. When we signed him from Benfica, he changed everything at Man City. He's a leader, not only that, he unifies as our team. we've got so many leaders. We're so privileged to have that. Like Rodri leader, he's one of the guys. Like he's he defends so well. He takes so much criticism. But when he plays with Stones, they're very comfortable. And let's also give credit to Akanji, the 13 million signing for Dortmund. The people that thought, oh, Akanji, a failure at Dortmund, oh, Dortmund let him go, oh, he's not that good. Those, basically, they trust each other as a backline. It's the first time, Kazia, I go to games, I trust them. In case Diaz makes a mistake, Stones is there to cover. Akanji is there. They play unified together. Have you seen that, guys? Like, Kyle Walker today played, yeah? But today we were questioning if Ake had been fit. Do we play Stones that side? Because Stones had an amazing game last season against Vini in the first leg. Then he got injured. Second leg we brought Kyle Walker here. But Diaz, leader. Absolutely. He doesn't show. He doesn't have the armband because Gundogan's got it. But what a performance again. Benzema is a top player. We kept Benzema quiet, guys. Yeah. We kept Rodrigo quiet. Yeah, these are guys. We kept Modric quiet. They played well like a team. So Diaz, to me, he's only 25, 26, I believe, 25.
Yeah, 25, yeah.
This is not his peak. A defender peaks at 28, 29, 30. Yeah, he's not even reached his peak.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think the way they complement each other, Diaz and Stones, one being the aggressor, one being the composer, I think it's wicked. And there's a key moment in that game, right, when Stones makes the last ditch tackle on Benz, because I think if Benz gets that shot off, there's a good chance that goes in. Right. Do you know what I mean? There's a good chance that hits the back of net. But Stones, because I know everyone's just going to say the obvious one, the Diaz clearance when they squared it, and if he doesn't clear that, then Benz, it's a tap in for Benz. But that last ditch tackle when I think it was Benz and Vinny, they do a 1-2 little triangle, and then Benz takes it. Stones did well to take him to the byline, but that last ditch tackle, man, and I'm jealous to have Diaz and Stones at the same time.
I said his name earlier, and I literally just saw it. I was gonna say it. Letty said it. Is Akanji gonna be literally one of the best signs of the season at this current rate?
He has to. He actually has to.
If he wins the Champions League, he's coming for how much millions? Not that much, to be fair. Bro, he can go on to win 3 trophies this season. Not knowing he's definitely going to secure one of them, maybe even 2 of them. I think minimum 2, anyways.
Cause the funny thing is,
Akanji is bro, is Pep.
You know, but you know what's quite underrated? You even saw signs of this at Dortmund as well. His passing is very underrated. And I know, Hamza, you will agree that Akanji can spray the ball. I didn't know he had that in his locker. But
listen, the first thing I wanted to say something so important, is the fact I said that, the fact that you see he's very composed on the ball. I remember before United, we went to play Old Trafford. Pep said, there was rumors, Sam Lee reported that his 2 favorite players was Akanji and Ake. And when we signed him as the 5th choice centre-back, I remember I called out City fans. I said, we always go around April. I can't trust Stones being fit. I can't trust Laporte being fit. We keep needing a centre-back being fit. What Pep realized, he said, forget the left-back. Get a 5th centre-back. It was the best decision. How many times? We've had Diaz injured, Laporte injured. Who's played most of the games? Ake and Akanji. Akanji's played nearly all the games. For Pep to play you, he saw something. And you know what? As a professional, he's a fantastic professional player that's willing to learn. Unlike Laporte, who we hear, he wants to leave Man City, he's not happy. This player is absolutely a bargain. For 13 million, tell me any better defender you've ever got for 13.
Yeah. Wait, how much?
13 million. Phil Jones?
No, he cost more
than
that.
We got Robbo for 4. Just
who?
I'll say that.
Robert Robertson from Hull City to Liverpool.
Exactly.
Nah, man. Someone was asking, so Mo, what's your thoughts on tomorrow, since tomorrow is lurking another 20 hours away?
I can't wait.
We're winning this. Should be easy.
Oh, like that.
Easy for us.
Wow.
Wait, Mo, Liao's injured, isn't he?
Yes, that's why it's easy. If he plays, it's a different story. But if he doesn't play,
is he injured for both legs or just for this leg?
No, just for this leg. Unless they are just lying, the reports are lying. But if Leao doesn't play, it's easy. If he plays, it can be a long day. But if he doesn't play, it should be an easy game without him.
Easy.
Yeah, because
without Leao, they have nothing. Hamza, it's Leao and inshallah, bro. Just pass it to Leao. Leao is like Vini Jr, bro. Like.
So you're confident.
Lukaku's coming into form at the right time as well. He's coming into form at the right.
Well, it's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be similar to this game today. Not gonna be a high scoring game like 1-1, 2. Like 2-2 is too far to be honest. But I think Inter should win this 2-1. I'm predicting. It doesn't matter. I'm predicting because the main. That's what's beauty about this game. In short, it's that the main ultras. It doesn't matter if you're home and away. If you're playing AC Milan, you'll get that south stand for Inter. Like Inter will get, the north stand, and Milan will get the south stand, even if it's home or away. Does that make sense?
Why didn't they just make it 50-50, like capacity?
You can't. This is why it's home and away. Because the season ticket holders.
Tomorrow.
No, not more. Tomorrow is an AC Milan, so we'll only have the north stand, which is the ultra stand only. But it's gonna be a good game, to be honest. But if Inter win both legs, I really would like our chances in the final against both teams.
I think Inter Milan are the most likeliest team to be able to beat.
Cause a little bit of trouble because today and this is so. I know we're going for 10 minutes and we need to talk about the return leg. I think that today Real Madrid showed the world again how to play against Pep Guardiola's team. Take the pressure in, and when you have your chances, it's not a counter attack, by the way. It's how to bypass the press. That passing thing, bypassing the press. Because if you watch the goal again, Real Madrid had four players facing 4 defenders, straight 2 lines, and you can't have that in football. It's very dangerous.
It'll be a great game next week.
Yes, but that's what I mean. But Real Madrid have the quality to bypass City's press. That's why Pep Guardiola, after that first 35 minutes, he said, no, we're not going to just go press them every time they get the ball. We're going to pick our moments, pick the chances to get the ball from them. And I think Real Madrid showed the world how to play against Pep Guardiola.
So what about you, Hamza? What would you change for next week? I don't think Ake is going to be back. He's no way you're going to put him in a high caliber game like that and risk him again if he is available. But would you change anything about your team today?
No, listen. People doubted that Ake being fit. People doubt Ake not being fit. Akanji might not keep out Rodrigo quiet. He did well. Pep knows that he still trusts Akanji after he played well against Bayern Munich, against Kingsley Coman. He was well.
Wait, quickly, Pep made no subs today, did he?
No, he didn't. Idiot. Or he's
he's gonna make 5 changes against Everton and beat Everton anyway.
But he could have given people 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
KDB was that close to get injured at the end.
The guy was. But KDB won't play against Everton. He
wanted the draw at the end. Like he said, cool, we'll take this back at the Etihad. I don't need to change no one. If I change,
listen. He will prefer lose that Everton game. Yeah, prepare for Madrid.
Are you serious?
If you lose the Everton game, you're 1 draw away from losing the title.
Then don't worry, we would thump everyone, man. If we thump Real Madrid, who's Brentford then? Thump Brentford.
Be careful, Hamza. Because if you lose against Everton, you're 1 draw away.
There's no way you're relying on Everton. I know. This. Look, Daps said it. Cam said it. Everyone's worried about this Everton game, and they just go smash Brighton somehow 5-1. Look, they got Alvarez fit, yeah. They got Foden, Mahrez raring to go. Who else is there?
It's their bogey team. It's City's bogey team.
It is their bogey team slightly when you think about it.
Do you know if Mahrez played today, I would reckon they would have won the game probably because I think Camavinga won that 1-on-1 battle against
Ronaldo.
That 1-on-1 battle, he won it. Mahrez has more flair than Bernardo. 1-on-1, Mahrez would have turned.
I think the reason why I didn't play Mahrez because I remember in the first leg and in the second leg, Real Madrid missed some big chances.
He's the one who scored both goals in the last. Didn't he Hamza last year?
He missed a lot of big chances.
He missed,
especially in the first leg at Etihad. When Pep Guardiola, one of them, he had a one-on-one, not one-on-one, but he had a chance to sway it to Phil Foden, and he took the shot with his right foot, and then Pep Guardiola went ballistic. He went absolutely crazy.
Yeah. But no way he's gonna lose the Everton game. Oh my God, he lose the Everton game.
Just football in general and content, and I would love an Everton win. I would love to see it.
Oh my God.
It's not about anything. What's the word I say on DS? I always have the last laugh, and then it will go to what I was saying to Liverpool fans as well. It's the hope that kills. That's it.
I don't know.
You know, Pep's only dropped like in the last 10 games of the season. In the last 3 years, he's dropped points in 3 games only.
I know, but Kaz, what is it? Records are meant to be broken. Look, Real Madrid that win every single semi-final.
I would thank you. Just kind of claim exactly what I said. It's the hope that kills. Isn't it? Now look. Arsenal fans getting giddy. Have you not noticed Guna Lee getting a bit more giddy lately?
I see him.
You not notice a gal saying, "Oh, but if some maybes, da 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 da." You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's no one seen these Arsenal fans come out the woodworks out of nowhere and start getting.
Maybe if Man City lose against Everton and then lose against Real Madrid,
as well. Oh, Man United shit. Watch. We're gonna battle Wolves. Watch.
The 2 games I said, Everton away, Real Madrid away, are the most crucial. Next 2 weeks, 10 days is a crucial thing for Man City.
The cup final.
Real Madrid, Chelsea. Forget Chelsea. Easy win.
What about the cup final? What about the cup final?
I want Arsenal to win, by the way, just to clarify.
Listen, Mo, the aim is Everton win, Real Madrid win, beat Chelsea. Don't worry about Brighton. 1 point.
No, the cup win. The FA Cup final. The FA Cup final.
Lose to Brentford. Yeah. Lose to Brentford. Lose that game. Draw to Brighton. Wait for these guys.
And thump the Red Devils. Thump the Red Devils.
I can't lie. I don't know what fitness is saying, but unless we can pull off a performance like we did at Old Trafford, that's the only time we got a chance, bro. That's it.
Wait, Kaz, quick question, a personal question to you. If Real Madrid knock out City next week, you then want City to win the league. You then want City to win the league, innit?
No.
You still want Arsenal?
Repeat.
No, bro, my stance stays.
I forgot. 3P. I forgot.
I won't be as butthurt like if they get it because it's because they deserve it.
I was just thinking treble. That treble would be done.
If Real Madrid do win, no, I can't lie. I want them to capitulate, bro. The way we talk about Arsenal being bottle jobs, we can throw the exact same thing over.
That would be way bigger.
Imagine City with no trophies. That would be crazy.
Hamza is gonna disappear from the world.
Hamza will delete it.
That's what I say. I'm not being hopeful towards it because it won't happen. There's no way Pep Guardiola is going to lose all 3.
I like the way you reverse psychology. I love your reverse psychology. You, Kaz. I love it.
He's never lost the title race.
Yeah, it's like City gonna do it.
Me and Kaz has always backed Arsenal to win the league because he doesn't want the 3-peat for Man City.
I've loved Arsenal's meltdown. Don't get me wrong.
But you know what, Mo? Don't let Kaz fool you because when Arsenal went behind to the Southamptons and the West Ham,
we laughed. We laughed. We all listen. It's a laugh. It's a joke. But if you ask any fan, nobody wants Man City to dominate.
I think Brighton's beating Arsenal Sunday. Yeah, Brighton's beating Arsenal Sunday.
I can't lie. I want the Zerbi to get.
Yeah, the Zerbi's dunking on Arteta.
They're gonna be angry. They're gonna want a reaction.
No, I need that Brighton to get more angry against Newcastle. That's where I need it.
They've been thumped 5.
So do I. Different side of the table.
So do I.
Hey, Kaz, the fact that Brighton lost to Everton 5-1, they're angry, upset. I want to show the world respect.
I agree with you.
Let them be angry.
We can have the same respect to Man United then, but I don't think it's going to happen. Don't get me wrong, yeah. Man United have got off the back of 1-0 defeats, yeah. What, United could also be angry because their coach said they're going to be angry. No, bro. It's not the case. It's not going to be the case. Arsenal are still going to dominate them, whether we like it or not. More than likely.
We're winning that game, Hamza. We're winning that game.
Nobody dominates Brighton. Nobody. Man City didn't.
I need to dumb. I said we'll win that game.
You can win the game. You can win the game though.
3 or 4 of their players that come and drop deep to collect the ball and build up again. That's why they're so knackered all the time, man. This is why they're knackered right now.
Their season is finished.
They lose 5-1 for nothing.
Yeah. And just a quick fun fact, Hamza, for you. Vinicius Jr. is 2 goals away from being Real Madrid's 4th higher goal scorer in Champions League history. Watch him score them 2 goals against you guys at Etihad to knock you guys out of the Champions League.
Listen,
all right, let's do predictions then for next week.
No,
Hold on, I want to ask those. Why is City now becoming your rivals? I don't get it.
It's because of all this smack and. Well,
yeah, but they did nothing. They just won their games. You're the one who lost your game.
It'll be humiliating spending
they
all
didn't
this
do
money.
anything.
No, but Mo, spending all this money, getting the best striker in the world, got the best manager in the world to win no trophies. That will be the biggest humiliation ever. I want them to capitulate.
Well,
the way Chelsea have capitulated, and they're going to be like that for a while. As soon as Pep Guardiola leaves Man City, that's Man City done.
Nah. Listen,
that's right. Okay, I'll quickly say my prediction. 3-1 Real Madrid at Etihad. 3-1.
What we're close in the middle, yeah. Whatever.
When it comes to bravery and playing in that pressure, because you're probably not going to sell out anyway. Okay, because Rodri after the game was saying, "Oh, we need the fans." I've never seen a different football club when the manager, the players say, "We need the fans to come." What does he mean when we need the fans?
I'll give
the
you
Champions League semi-final to win the treble, and we need the fans.
Who said that? Who said that?
Rodri said after the game.
Said that today.
I'll give you a statistic then. When it comes to average sellout in the league, Man City in the top 3.
See, the funny thing is,
we know that.
Wait, Kaz, swear.
The funny thing is, I'll tell you statistically,
your capacity, obviously, but your average sellout or the percentage, Man City in the top 3.
Yeah, but that's very deceiving.
Okay, hold on. Is it more than Liverpool? Is it more than Liverpool?
This will be embarrassing.
It's not now. It's announced in every stadium at every game.
Is it more than Liverpool, Cass? Is it more than Liverpool?
Who's the other team?
Yeah, more than Liverpool.
More than Liverpool.
Oh, you know what it is? It's not.
Who's the top 2? United and who else?
No, I think
United the biggest in Arsenal.
I think United might be 3rd. To be honest.
United are 1st,
and I think Arsenal up there as well. If I'm correct.
Arsenal 2nd.
Look at Hamza. No Champions League for 7 years, no trophy for a while, and we're still sellouts. You guys are not.
No, you're selling out only this year.
Still struggling, and you're
only selling out this year, and you're selling out for no reason.
Hamza, I've been to the Etihad.
You go watch them, and at the end of the outcome is no trophies. There's no parade.
I've been to the Etihad. I've been to the Etihad. It's not like St. James's Park. It's not like Anfield.
And now they're gonna have to blame their failures.
Okay, let me say one more thing.
The Real Madrid game, we've already sold out. We already sold out.
You sold out.
One at a time.
About your team's atmosphere. I've been to Etihad before. I went to season in Champions League.
You know what? I'm wrong. This season, Old Trafford is 1st. London Stadium is 2nd. Who's London Stadium, by the way?
West Ham.
4th for Emirates. 5th or Etihad. 6th is Anfield.
Oh my God!
Arsenal can't feel compared to West Ham. Arsenal can't get more.
You know what? Yeah.
In London.
You know what?
You're gonna win the treble and you still can't get your fan base to come.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what? Right, Liverpool fans will hate me. Liverpool fans will hate me for this. But when I went to the Fulham game last week, there were patches in the ground, and it wasn't nice to see.
In fairness, on the percentage, most clubs are only missing out on average about 1,000 fans, 800 fans. So it's not really anything to laugh about unless you're literally. Oh my God!
What about Chelsea? What about
Chelsea up there still. They're off by 1,000 fans per game, but they're all right. Most clubs are all right. Most clubs actually sell out. If I'm being honest, I'm looking at it right now. Most clubs actually sell out. Actually, yeah. Most clubs.
I would love to see the figures in the last 10 home games because Chelsea, they've always got space.
All you got to think about is the capacity size of a stadium. How hard is it to fill out a 30,000 stadium at Chelsea? That's something to laugh about.
True. The Etihad is very hard, right? That's what Old Trafford. That's what Old Trafford is up there. 70,000, right?
Yeah, well, we have 70. No, our capacity is 74.8.
Yeah, and it's
what cities? Cities are 40, just above 55.
And they sell out most games, and they're about to extend near the family stand. They're about to change it and get an extension as well.
It's a mess, bro. They're gonna people
have go. They're basically what they're doing. Man City, if people don't know, Daps tells me, he keeps me. Obviously, I live with him now. They're building like a wall, like Tottenham Stadium, like a massive wall for the people that want to stand up and give it a better atmosphere. It does work, and they're also surrounding City. They're actually building like a shopping center. And the only way you're going to pay is through Apple Pay. Like, you can just beep it. So if you got a tag No people need to work there. Literally, you beep it, you get it, and the tag will just come off straight away, and you can purchase it out of whatever it might be. They're building the whole thing around the stadium. It's gonna be sick.
Who's gonna follow suit?
They're owned by a country. What do you expect?
You lot. Do you know what club's gonna follow suit? Spurs, but they have no trophies with it, so fans are just gonna get even more madder.
Yeah. See, you're doing stuff.
Yeah, I've been to Etihad.
It's been approved.
It's like a Middle Eastern country. That area. It's the latest just building new things around it.
Hey, this guy's coming for you, G. You're never gonna let that.
He's a City fan, bro. He's a City fan.
You know that video is never gonna get let down. You know that. Look, you can hear him coming as well.
If we win the title,
I wanna go ahead.
If we win the title, there's gonna be a crowd.
Hamza,
that will be overlapped.
Hamza,
that video.
Show your face. Hamza, show your face. I want the video that you showed on the terrace, please, to play here for Never a Foul.
Huh?
The video that you showed that you played on the terrace, I want it here for Never a Foul.
Bro, like that. I said it, man. Listen,
guys, that's exclusive. Nobody saw this video before.
Listen,
the video that Hamza made.
He sent it to me, Hamza.
The video that Hamza guys. Let me just explain to the people. Let me just explain to this is guys. Hamza last year made a video before the Real Madrid game ends to put on TikTok when they win, when Mahrez scored the goal, and he didn't put it up because they lost the game. And he kept talking about it, but he never showed it to people. And now he's showing it to people and telling people why he doesn't have the same chest.
No, this is amazing. I can't lie.
Bro, that was embarrassing, bro. Nah.
This ain't embarrassing. It's coming on the screen right now. No, wait. No, I don't like.
You're gonna play?
No. He's gonna play. Yeah.
I'm gonna play. Yeah. 1 sec. Can everyone see this at all?
When was this video from?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
No, but
basically, Mahrez scored a penalty. Do you remember we're winning?
Last season.
Mahrez scored.
I'm gonna put it in front of Hamza's screen. Give me a sec.
Yeah, in front of Hamza's screen. Yes.
Actually, you know what? It will go on my screen. Bun it. It will go on my screen. So Hamza, you can stay where you are, and then this keep going over my screen. It looks like Jeepers Creepers from here, man.
Here we go.
All right, let's see this.
Wait, is the volume up? Yeah.
Hey. Mahrez just scored. Let's go. I'm in the final. Who wants it? 15 minutes left. Let's go. Smoking teams. No jokes. They told us to Barnaba. Bring it on, man. To Benzema. Who's Benzema? Who's good Benzema? Bring it on. Mahrez. Get out. Sit down on the floor, man. Football heritage. Galacticos. Los Blancos heritage. Yeah, now played. I've smoked. Whatever, talk to me. Shut it down, man.
Wallah, mashallah, Hamza. Wallahi, legend. Wallahi, you are a legend, Hamza. Wallahi, you are a legend, man. You are a legend in this game. Wallahi,
I learned my lesson, man. I don't predict.
Hamza, how can 40 seconds of moving on the spot get you out of breath like that?
Bro, allow it, man. I was happy, man. I was fucking more.
I said Benzema who, then he just goes and backs.
Bro. I was about to send it on Twitter. I'll never forget it. My mom looks at me and goes, why are you sending? I said, I'm sending that video. No, the game's not done. Don't send it.
Even your mom knows. Never celebrate.
That's what you know. Everyone knows about Real Madrid heritage, man. Everyone knows about it. So,
I'm not predicting anything. I'm humbled. I'm not favorite.
Wallahi, after this video you showed it, Wallahi, I applaud you, Hamza. You are a brave man. And people talk a lot. You are an absolutely legend, my friend.
You think you're smart though? If City beat Real Madrid next week, you're gonna re-upload.
But if they don't, people are gonna use that.
Yeah, I can't wait to clip that up.
Bro, but if you don't clip it up, then it's gonna go straight back on it, and he's gonna look like a genius, isn't he? But
yes, 100%.
I think everyone that's in here, I think we reached over the minimum goal. I think it's 163 likes. So if you haven't done so, big up yourselves. Tomorrow. Go on, quick one.
Yeah, sorry to cut you. Apart from Dario, though, do we all think City are? I don't think we finished this prediction. Do we all think City are going through?
I think this is gonna go to extra time.
I think it's gonna go penalties.
Oh no.
I think 2-1 City. I think we'll be quite tight, but I think City edge it 2-1.
I just think penalties personally in it. I don't think Real Madrid win it. I don't think Man City win it, and I actually think Real Madrid get an early goal. Real Madrid, Man
no,
City.
I never seen Ederson in penalties. Did anybody have Ederson's stats?
Ederson is a shocking shotstopper.
I know that Courtois is good in penalties.
Massive.
That's a good point. Because City always get the job done early. That they're rarely in penalty shootouts.
And we know Real Madrid have shooters in penalties: Benzema, Vini, and Modric, Cruz, even Tchouameni,
Alaba,
smoking season.
Yeah, Alaba. But Hamza, how is Ederson in penalties? You don't concede penalties.
He's not that good.
He's not good. I don't think so.
No, he's not that good. But yeah, tomorrow 6 p.m. straight after Saeed show. Obviously, if you're a Man United fan and the shameless lot, it should be myself, Romz. I don't know if Daps is back. He should be. If he is, then I'm sure he will jump on and want to talk about City and stuff like that. Who else is there? No,
Daps is back Thursday.
Is he back Thursday?
Yes.
All right, then cool.
He can. I think he can do it from there.
Yeah, maybe. I'll ask.
I can jump on as well. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I was gonna ask, and then I think if Daps can't, I think that's pattern. George, the return of George. See what he has to say as well, man. But 6 p.m.
Maybe we'll do a reaction for the Inter Milan, especially if we lose.
If Daps is around, maybe.
If we lose, yeah.
Maybe. But at the end of the day, no one gives a shit about your club, Mo.
No way. Until we reach the final and we face City.
Yeah. Can I just show you guys one more thing? Can I share one more thing?
What?
Can I show you one thing? 1 second.
What are you doing? He's putting something on in it. Yeah, you can hear his drawers, man, already. What costume is he putting on?
What is going on?
It's another Madrid jersey.
No. It's something new.
This better be good.
He's changing.
No. Oh my days! No. I'll wear it another time. I've got AC Milan.
That was shit.